It is so hot outside. I just can't take the heat. So I'm gonna share some recipes that are all served cold. We're gonna chill out today. In the heat of summer, sometimes you just don't wanna have a big, hot, heavy meal. So I'm gonna start with Salmon Nicoise Caesar. I'll let that sink in. This is a beautiful salad. And the star of the show is a beautiful piece of salmon. So I'm gonna get that in the oven first. I just have a gorgeous salmon fillet and I drizzled on olive oil and I sprinkled salt and pepper. So we're gonna get this in the oven. Even though this dish is served cold, I've gotta start by cooking the salmon. So the oven is on 425 and I'm gonna bake it for 10 minutes and then let it cool a bit. All right, the salmon is out of the oven and it's just perfectly cooked. There's not too much color on the outside, but that's perfectly fine. It's just barely cooked on the inside, so it'll be nice and tender. So I'm gonna cut a lemon in half and squeeze the juice over the lemon.
Over the salmon.
Squeeze the juice over the salmon. You knew what I meant. And then I'm gonna make the dressing for the salad. I'm gonna doctor up some Caesar dressing. Why not?
Wow.
It's summertime, it's hot outside. I don't wanna drag all the ingredients out and make my own Caesar dressing. So I've got a good quality Caesar and I'll add some to the bowl along with some capers that I kind of gave a rough chop to, and then some chopped chives and chopped parsley. I'm gonna save some of this for garnishing the salad. Nicoise salad is something that my British friends actually really turned me on to. When they would come to America, they would make these beautiful Nicoise salads. And basically, they usually have tuna, but the ingredients are like hard-boiled eggs, cold green beans, cold potatoes, tomatoes, and it's a little bit deconstructed, so you just can pick the elements that you like to put your salad together. And it's just the perfect thing for summertime. It's really cold and refreshing and marvelous. So I'm gonna flake the salmon and I'm just using 2 forks. I try not to orchestrate ahead of time how big the pieces are. I just let the salmon determine its own destiny. But I don't want to get it too broken up and shredded. I like to have some really big pieces so you can see that surface area. Okay, beautiful. So the fun part of a Nicoise salad is building it. Oh, I forgot. Back to the dressing. Lemon zest. Stir it in. Okay. Now that is a doctored up Caesar. Delicious. Okay, so here's how you build the salad. Actually, you can build it however you like. You can have chopped up romaine lettuce, but I kept them in hearts and then I cut the hearts in 2. So I kind of have them laid out. And then the fun part of this kind of salad is just putting everything on the platter and keeping it kind of in little segments. So I have these boiled potatoes. I just boiled them and then have them and put them in the fridge. So they're nice and cold. Super good for summertime. And then green beans. You just lay them on wherever you like. And you can sprinkle too, or I just like the neatness of being able to see everything. Beautiful, bright red tomatoes. These are just grape tomatoes that I cut in half. But this is kind of one of those salads where, speaking of being in charge of your own destiny, you can pick what goes on your plate. So this is a big one for this type of salad as well. Hard-boiled eggs.
Yummy.
They're amazing in the summer. I have to remember to make hard-boiled eggs and keep them in the fridge because the boys and your father love them. And then a pile of olives. You can add Nicoise olives or any kind of olive is fine. And now for the salmon. Where should I put
Star
it?
of the show.
That's right.
Put it on the end right there.
I'm gonna put it right here. Normally you would have some kind of really good quality cooked tuna on this type of salad, but the salmon is sort of the little curveball I threw you today. So beautiful and Then when it comes to the dressing, you can serve it on the side, or you can just do gorgeous little kind of swaths of dressing across each romaine heart half. Romaine heart half. Mauricio, does this kind of salad appeal to you at all?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that was a big no
Yeah.
if I've ever heard one.
This looks like heaven to me.
I know, doesn't it? Alex Page and I could completely go to town on this. A little bit of Parmesan cheese, why not? Right down the dressing. And then, how about this?
Yes.
Lemon.
Oh yeah.
A little more lemon. And, oh, parsley. I knew I was missing something. Talk about a stunner of a salad. This would be a beautiful centerpiece to any like summer lunch, or you can just make the elements, keep them in containers in the fridge, and just build your own over a course of a few days. Salmon Nicoise Caesar salad. I don't know, I've got more recipes to make, but it's gonna be hard to top this.